Welcome to this recording of Live to 121. This is Dr. Justin Traveler, and what you're about to listen to was a live recording. So as I refer to days and things like that, just know that I am referring to whatever is happening at that very moment. And if you want more information, please follow or subscribe to us. We're on YouTube, Instagram, we've got a podcast, Facebook, website, all Live to 121. And our mission and purpose is to inspire everyone around us to want to live a longer, fuller life. But really, it's to live to 121, or at least make it feel that way. Meaning, you do what you love, and you love what you do. And we want everyone to feel young and healthy at whatever length of life they want to live. So enjoy the following recording. And also, if you have any questions or comments, please put them below and we'll respond quickly. Enjoy. Hey y'all, good morning. It's kind of noisy. I'm out here by some trucks, but it's Thursday morning. I checked the temperature. I was like, I gotta get back outside again. I don't think I've been out on a walk all week this week, so it's been busy, which is good. Anyway, well, what I wanted to talk about today is something that I ran into. So every so often, I like to read. I try to read about a book a week. Now, when I say read, I listen to it mostly, but I love listening to books, reading to books. I just try to get more information, and I really enjoy it. Kind of when I'm doing my stuff in the morning, I listen, and then in the evening before I go to bed, I'll listen or read a book. And anyway, I really find it helps me. It helps me to focus. It helps me to start prompt different ideas. And if any of you are like me, if you're trying to get that much information, I oftentimes will run. I'll try and get recommendations, and people give me recommendations for books all the time. Sometimes it's hard to get access to them, so it takes a little while. And then other times I will say, I want to reread, right? So there's the classics out there that everyone just thinks of when they think of a good book, one that's going to help them. And this week I reread, or re-listened to, I would say, a book that is notoriously known by, I think, the entire world as being a great book, and that is The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People by Steven R Covey. Anyway, I hadn't listened to or read that one for a long time, and so I thought, all right, it's time to do it again. And it was really insightful, and I think the reason why books like that are really insightful to reread, is because the context of our lives change so much. So it's just interesting to me to see how, depending on what I'm going through, so you throw in like this COVID stuff. Hey Terry, good morning. I'm not walking. Terry's asking if I'm walking in hurricane. No, there is no wind. Look, the trees are completely still. So wind's good here. Sorry if it's blowing out there. But anyway, as I reread that morning, it was fun to kind of visualize the context. And here's an interesting thing that I did. So as I was listening to all the habits, and I would encourage anyone to go, and if you've never read that one, to me that's like you've got to go read that one. The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People is it's almost life-changing. It's one of the top selling books ever. Anyway, but here's the interesting thing, that since it's been so long, and I always, we think that we have these original thoughts. And I think that our thoughts aren't necessarily original. I've heard some people say that no thoughts are original, that they're just repeats. And I kind of think that's true, but it's just interesting how that's what we will tag onto. That's what will inspire us. And so the final habit of the 7, the last habit, is called Sharpen the Saw. That's what he calls it. And or sharpen the axe. I don't know, maybe I should check that one out. But anyway, sharpen whatever tool you've got. And it basically, he breaks it down into, interestingly enough, the same categories. And I honestly, it's been so long since I listened to it, but he broke it down and he said, you need to build yourself up physically, mentally, socially, and spiritually. Those are the 4 categories. And then he went into the example of many other religious contexts. He went into different philosophies, and that most of the traditional philosophies that have really taken hold constitute and talk about those 4 areas. Now the cool part that he said, and this is why it was really ringing true for me, is that he said really all the other 6 habits really rely on habit number 7. You've got to stay sharp in those 4 areas, okay? And he gives a lot of great examples of things that you can do. I love, he's a proponent of, in fact, I think it's in the 8th habit where he mentions chiropractic, so I got to be a fan of that, right? But he talks about him having 2 doctors. He says, I've got a doctor for when I'm sick and a doctor for when I'm well. And anyway, he just goes on about all those things. But the point that I wanted to make today, as I was listening to that, I got thinking about what is the benefit, like what is the question that people can ask. This is Live to 121. Good morning. Live to 121 is, sorry, I'm like out with bikers and runners. It's fun. What can we offer people? What is the question that you can ask yourself to know if what we offer here at Live to 121 is going to benefit you? Okay, and that's kind of what came to me is, all right, so this is not something super original, but we're trying to do it on a day-to-day basis and help people to live their longest, fullest life, to live to be 121, or at least make it feel that way, so that they're living fulfilled lives that are, I don't know if you'd want to say exciting, but more just the fulfilled, that you're making choices that give you joy and meaning and things like that. And so here's the thought that came to me, and I was like, okay, this is the real question, or I guess the moment where you'd know if, sorry, I'm flipping around here, or else I'm going to start running into a construction project here. The question that you want to ask yourself is this: if you have ever had that moment, if there's ever been a moment, especially in the recent days, where you have said, I need a change. It's funny, I jokingly say, I used to work with a doc, and this is what he said. He said, you know, every once in a while, I get this urge. He says, this urge to go be really healthy, to go really change my life, get up, go exercise, make all the changes that I needed to make in my life. And I remember him saying that for the first time. He's an older gentleman that I really love and respect, and he was just joking. But so I said, okay, so what do you do if you have that urge to get up and go really change your life, be healthy, do all the things that you'd wanted to do? And I said, what do? He said, I go lay down until the urge passes. And so that's the joke. That's the opposite of what we're trying to do. But the question that I want to ask to you is, if you or anyone you know or love has asked themselves or had the urge, if you've ever had that urge to go be healthier physically, mentally, socially, spiritually, to sharpen the axe, sharpen the saw, so that you can be really sharp in your life, if that has been your desire, then we invite you to be part of Live to 121, to be your best, most joyful self, to listen to what we have to say, to join in on our challenges, to follow us on our website, on our not just the website, but the social medias, Facebook, Instagram. That's our purpose and our mission, to help you sharpen the saw, sharpen the axe, so that all the other things in your life, it's kind of like, I remember them saying, if you don't, in school, if you don't have your health, I mean, if you know, then you don't have anything. That's a line from Princess Bride, by the way. So, but it's very true. So that may be the line that you hear that gets overused, but it's very true. If you aren't sharp in those 4 areas, then it's very hard to really focus and push in anything else. So if you've asked yourself that question recently, where you said or had that comment that you want to go out and be healthier, physically, mentally, socially, spiritually, in any of those areas, come join us, come be a part of what we're pushing for, and we hope to provide you with a lot of tools and joy to be able to do those things. Okay? All right. Happy Thursday, everybody. I hope you all have a great day. Getting close to the weekend. And I'll see everybody later. Adios.